Hello students, I am Sneha Jha. Today we will do next chapter of science, that is nutrition in animals. Okay, this is chapter number 2. So here I have written some contents of the chapter as you can see here. So first we will do the introduction part, then we will do different ways of taking food, then we will do digestion in humans, and about this also we are going to study, because all these parts help in the process of digestion in humans. Next we will do digestion in grass eating animals, and at last we will do feeding and digestion in amoeba. Okay, so first is introduction part. So in class 6 you all have done, you all have studied about the first chapter, food, where does it come from. Okay, so in that you have studied why do we eat food, what is the importance of food. We all have done that food provides us energy, food gives us energy, and it helps in the growth and repair of our body. Okay, maintenance of our body. So our next chapter in class 6 was components of food. Okay, so we all have studied about the different components of food, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, and we all have studied what is the importance of each one of these components of food. Also you all have studied about different types of animals on the basis of their feeding habits. Okay, on the basis of the food habits actually. So there were three main categories. They were herbivores, omnivores and carnivores. Herbivores animals, they eat only plants. Carnivores eat only animals. Omnivores, they eat both animals as well as plants. Okay, so first point I have written here, that animals get their food from plants. So that means we all are dependent on plants either directly or indirectly for our food supply. Okay, and all these organisms, we all need food for growth, repair and functioning of our body. Okay, so all these components of food which you all have studied, all these components of food means carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. All these are the complex substances. They are the complex substances which cannot be utilized by our body in this form, as such form. Okay, so what happens, these complex substances are broken down into simpler substances in our body, and this process is known as digestion. The breakdown of complex substances into simpler substances is called digestion. This process is very important. Okay, so we are going to study about the process of digestion in detail in this chapter. Now next is different ways of taking food. So different ways of taking food means what? Like we eat food through our mouth. Okay, so this mode of taking food into the body varies in different organisms. Okay, first bees and hummingbirds, they suck nectar of plants. Infants, babies, they feed on mother's milk. Snakes, they swallow the animals. Aquatic animals, they feed the food particles that is floating nearby. So there are different ways of taking food inside our body. Okay, and this process is known as ingestion. So I want to mention here that there are 5 steps in the process of digestion. We are studying about digestion. What is digestion? The breaking down of complex substances into simpler substances is known as digestion. And there are 5 steps of digestion. First step is ingestion. Ingestion means what? The taking of food inside our body through our mouth. This is known as what? Ingestion. Okay, so this is that means here we have what we have done, that the mode of taking food into the body varies in different organisms. Next is one more thing I want to tell you here, if in your book, if you will see that, then you will come to know that a starfish is an animal. What does it do? This is again a different mode of taking food. Okay, this is starfish feeds on animals covered by hard shells of calcium carbonate. And what does it do? After opening the shell, this starfish, it takes out the stomach through its mouth to eat the animals that is present inside the shell. Okay, and after eating the soft animals, the stomach then again goes back into the body and the food is digested. This is again one way of taking food by the starfish. This is a very different thing. Okay, now digestion in humans. So digestion, now you all know, it is a breaking down of complex substances into simpler form. Okay, in the simpler form in which we can utilize it. So what we used to do, we take food through our mouth, we digest and utilize it, and the unused part of the foods are defecated, egested out from our body. So actually what happens when we take food through our mouth, it passes through a continuous canal. Okay, it passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means our mouth, and ends somewhere at the anus. And this continuous canal is divided into various compartments, and each compartment we are going to study in detail. So all these are the compartments. First is buccal cavity, that is our mouth. Next is food pipe, then stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine ending in rectum, and last is anus. Okay, in this figure also you can see. So all these are the compartments which help in the process of digestion. Though it is a very long path. Okay, so very long path. First we take food in our buccal cavity, then it passes through the food pipe, then it goes to stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine, and finally the unused part is egested from our body and used part is utilized by our body. Okay, so, and these parts, compartments, it forms the alimentary canal, or we can say digestive tract. And as the food passes into each compartment, gradually it gets digested. How does it get digested? The stomach, small intestine, and the various glands associated with the canal, such as salivary glands, liver, all these are the glands, salivary glands, liver, pancreas, all these glands plus stomach and small intestines, they secrete digestive juices. And these digestive juices, what does it do? It converts complex substances of food into simpler ones. Okay, so this digestive tract and glands together, they forms a digestive system. Understood? Digestion, breaking down of complex substances into simpler ones. This is known as what? Digestion. And then when we take food inside our body, it goes through a continuous canal which is divided into various compartments like buccal cavity, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Okay, and all these compartments together, they form the digestive tract, on the stomach, small intestine, and the various glands such as salivary glands, liver, pancreas. All these secretes digestive juices, and these digestive juices convert complex substances of food into simpler ones. Okay, so this is digestive system, digestive tract plus the glands. This is known as what? Digestive system. So first we are going to study about the mouth and the buccal cavity. First we are going to study about the mouth and the buccal cavity. So this, when we take food into the body through our mouth, this process of taking food is called ingestion. This process of taking food is known as ingestion. So in the mouth, what we are doing it? In mouth, what we are doing it? In mouth, what is present? Teeth is present, then tongue is present. Okay. So this teeth, what does it do? It chew the food. Means it break down the food into smaller pieces. And each tooth is rooted in separate. Means about teeth, I think you all have studied. Okay. So there are two types of teeth, I think you all have done. One is middle teeth and permanent teeth. Okay. So during infancy, the teeth that we have that grows, that is known as milk teeth, which fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years. And the second set that replaces them are known as permanent teeth. And these teeth last throughout life or fall off during old age or due to some types of diseases. Also, there are different types of teeth also. I think this also you have done. Incisors, canines and premolars, and their function I think also you must have studied. The function of incisor is to cut the teeth. The function of canine is to tear the teeth into pieces, and the function of molars and premolars is to both chewing and grinding the food. Okay, so these are the different varieties of the food, different types of teeth and their function. So now our mouth has also one gland which we have discussed right now only. Our mouth has salivary gland and it secretes saliva. And saliva, what does it do? It breaks down starch into sugars. Okay, so first we take food into our mouth. Teeth, what does it do? It breaks the teeth into small pieces. And our mouth contains salivary glands which secrete which? Digestive juice. It secretes saliva. And saliva, what does it do? It breaks down starch into sugars. Starch, you know, it is a carbohydrate. Okay. So one activity also you have studied earlier, also in class 6 also you have studied, and in this class also this activity is given in your book, that if you want to check that starch gets breaks down into sugars in our mouth only, so we can check it with the help of by using the test of carbohydrate by using iodine solution. How you can check? You can take two test tube. In one test tube you can take some boiled rice, and in another test tube you can chew that boiled rice in your mouth, and after chewing you can take it another test tube. So in one test tube boiled rice, in another test tube chewed rice. Then you can test it by using iodine solution. Okay, and what is the property of iodine solution? That if carbohydrate is present, it turns into blue-black color. So you will observe that in the test tube where boiled rice is there, that will be changed into blue-black color. Okay, but the test tube in which you have taken chewed rice, in that you will not see this change in blue-black color. Why? Because when you have chewed the rice, the starch that is present in the rice, it breaks down into sugars. That means now the starch is not there in the rice. So by this activity it is clear that in our mouth, salivary gland which secretes saliva, and this saliva, what does it do? It breaks down starch into sugars. Okay. Now next in our mouth we have tongue also. Tongue, you all know it is a fleshy muscular organ, and that is attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity, and it is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. So what is the function of tongue? We use it for talking. We use it for mixing saliva with the food. and it also helps in swallowing the food. These are the functions: talking, mixing, and swallowing the food. Also, we also taste food with our tongue. It has taste buds also, okay, that detect different taste. What kind of taste? Whether the food is salty, whether the food is it's sweet, it's salty, it's bitter, है ना? All these tastes we can feel it by using taste buds that is present in our tongue. So, what is the function of tongue? Talking, mixing saliva with the food, swallowing food, and also to taste the food. So, all this is about the mouth and the buccal cavity. After that, है ना? From the buccal cavity, the food passes into the food pipe. Okay, the food passes into the food pipe, and the food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. Now, food is pushed down by the movement of wall of the food pipe, and this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal, pushes the food downwards. This movement, actually it is known as peristalsis movement. Due to this movement, actually what happens, this movement, due to this movement, the food always pushes in which direction? It is pushes in the downward direction. Okay, and sometimes you must have noticed also that when you eat, after some time you feel like vomiting also. So what is the reason? Why do you feel like vomiting? Sometimes it may happen that our stomach is completely full and now it is not ready to accept the food that is coming from the food pipe. So in that case you feel like vomiting. Okay, so from the buccal cavity through the food pipe, the food enters where? It enters into the stomach. Okay. Now stomach is a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flathead. Shape is J shape, and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, so it receives food from mouth, then food pipe, then stomach. So it receives food from food pipe, and from the stomach, after receiving the food, the digestion takes place, and after that the food passes into the next compartment, that is small intestine. So here in the stomach, at what happens? The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. What is the function of mucus? It protects the inner lining of the stomach. What is the function of hydrochloric acid? It kills many bacteria that enters along with the food and makes the acidic medium that helps in the digestion of the food, that helps the digestive juices to act. And digestive juices, what does it do? It breaks down protein into simpler substances. So keep it in mind, in a stomach, which component of food is digested? Protein is digested. So stomach is a J-shaped structure. It receives food from food pipe, and the inner lining of stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. Mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. Hydrochloric acid, it kills the germs that comes along with the food, and also it makes the acidic medium for the digestion of food. And digestive juices, what does it do? It breaks down protein into simpler substances. Okay, and here one more thing is given here, that the working of the stomach, like how the digestion takes place in the stomach. This was discovered in 1822. This was discovered by an accident actually. So in your book it's given there, you can read out also. So in 1822 what happens, a man named Alexis Martin, he was hit by a gun. Okay, he was hit by a gun, and this gun has due to this what happened, he got his chest wall got seriously damaged and it made a hole in his stomach. Okay, and then this person was brought to a doctor. His name was William Beaumont. Okay, and doctor, what does he do? He was not able to close that hole properly, but he take it as an opportunity to see the inside of the stomach through the hole, and he made some observation that how the process is digestion, how this mucus is secreted, excess secreted, about which we are studying. Okay, this vacuum stomach, it was discovered by this accident only. Okay, now after this what happened, when proteins gets broken down to simple substances, after this the food goes into our small intestine, and this is, you can see here I have written some point here. The small intestine is a highly coiled and is about 7.5 meter long. Okay, and it receives secretions from where? From liver and pancreas. Both these things, liver and pancreas, both are the glands. Okay, 3 glands were there, no? Salivary glands, liver and pancreas. Okay, and besides it also secretes its digestive juices. So what is liver? Liver is a reddish brown gland where it is situated in the upper part of abdomen on the right side, and it is the largest gland in the body. It secretes which juice? Bile juice. And where it is stored? It is stored in a sac-like structure, in a bag-like structure called gallbladder. And what is the function of bile? It helps in the digestion of fats. It helps in the digestion of fats. Okay, and our next gland is pancreas. It is a cream colored gland and is located just below the stomach. And what does it do? It acts on all the 3 components of food: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and change them into simpler forms. And all this food, this partly digested food, where does it reach? It reaches the lower part of the small intestine, and where the intestinal juice completely, the digestive juice that is secreted by small intestine, it digests completely all the components of food. The carbohydrates gets broken into simple sugars such as glucose, fats into fatty acids and cholesterol, and proteins into amino acid. So here the digestion process is complete actually. In small intestine the process of digestion is complete. After this what happened? The next step is after the digestion of food, when all the complex substances is converted to simpler form, next step is absorption. So there are 5 main steps of digestion. First, ingestion we have done. Next is digestion. Digestion means breaking of all the complex substances into simpler forms, and next is absorption. How these simpler forms of food is absorbed by our body. So this digested food now passes into the blood vessels in the wall of intestine, and this wall of intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowth that is known as villi. And what does this villi do? It increases the surface area for absorption of digested food. Okay, and then this absorbed food is transported through the blood vessels to different organs of the body, where they are utilized by our body, where they are building complex substances, and then it is utilized by our body, and this step is known as assimilation. This step is known as assimilation. So after digestion, what happens? The wall of the small intestine has a finger-like outgrowth that is known as villi, and villi, what does it do? It increases the surface area for the absorption of food, and then it is transported through the blood vessels to different organs of the body, and this process is known as assimilation. Also, you all have done that food gives us energy. So when this simpler substances pass into each and every cells of the body, this glucose, which is a simpler form of carbohydrates, it breaks down with the help of oxygen and gives us energy. Okay, and In this way, it is utilized by our body, and the undigested food, where does it goes? It goes into the large intestine. Okay, and large intestine is you can see here, small intestine was very long, है ना? What small intestine was very long, was 7.5 meter long, but large intestine is shorter than small intestine. It is only 1.5 meter in length, and its function is to basically it absorbs water and some salts from the undigested food material, and the remaining waste, where does it passes? Into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid phases, and then facial matter is removed through the anus from time to time through the process known as digestion. So large intestine, water and salts are absorbed from undigested material, and remaining passes into the rectum, and from there through the anus it gets removed by the process of digestion. Now till here we have done in this video, and the next part we will do it in the next video. Okay, so first let us summarize whole thing what we have done till here. Okay, so first was what is digestion. The breaking down of complex substances into simpler form is known as what? Digestion. Then we have done how this digestion process takes place. So there are 5 main steps of digestion. They are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Okay, so first is ingestion. First the food is taken inside our body. Then digestion takes place. The food that we take inside our body, it passes through a continuous canal which is divided into various compartments, that is mouth, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Okay, and what happens when we take food inside our body from the mouth? In mouth what happens? It secretes salivary gland. It has salivary gland which secretes saliva which converts starch into sugars. Then the food passes into food pipe. From the food pipe it goes to the stomach, and stomach it secretes what? Mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. Mucus protects the inner linings. Then hydrochloric kills the germs and provide the acidic medium for digestion, and digestive juices convert proteins into simpler forms. After this the food goes where? Into the small intestine. In the small intestine what happens? The liver, there are 2 glands there which are small intestine receives juice from 2 glands, that is liver and pancreas. Liver secretes bile juice which is stored in a sac called gallbladder, and this bile juice help in the digestion of fats. And then next is what? Pancreas. It is a cream colored gland, and it converts what? It converts all the components of food into simpler forms. And when partly digested food enters into lower intestine, and from there what happens? All the components of food gets completely digested through the digestive juices that is secreted by small intestine. Carbohydrates gets converted into sugars, then fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. And after this absorption happens, this is the next steps of digestion. In absorption what happens? The walls of small intestine has a thousands of finger-like projection that is known as villi. Its function is to increase the surface area for absorption of food, and from there through the blood vessels food is passed through different organs of the body, and unused food is then enters into the large intestine. Okay, and here what happens? In large intestine its function is to absorb water and salts from undigested food material, and the remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there semi-solid phases, and then this facial matter is removed through the anus from time to time through the process that is known as what? Ingestion. So this digestion in human is complete, and in next video children we are going to study about next thing, that how the digestion takes place in grass eating animals, and also in what is the feeding and digestion process in amoeba. Okay, so till then, thank you all of you.